Hi there, I'm Colin, and welcome to FC Career Mode Rage. This is the first video on my channel. Please stay tuned, because there's plenty of rage to go around. And in this video, we're going to be talking about 5 things that absolutely bend my wiener in half about FC26. We're well into the release here. I've been playing this game since it came out in September, I think it was. And initially, I loved this game. But since playing this game, there's been several things that have just driven me mad. And let's get right into it. Number one is the new features. The new features. Yeah, they revamped the menus. And basically, they just, reskin the same old game. Same crap that they do to us every year, but I buy the game regardless. But the new features. So we've got this Twitter feed here, which is redundant. Okay? It doesn't amount to anything. And when you actually click on it, look at this. The Europa League playoffs have been drawn and have thrown up some exciting ties, and then the comments are just redundant. Like, if I wanted to read stupid comments, I have a phone in my pocket. I do it all day. I don't need fake, fictitious comments about the fantasy world that I'm applying my time and effort in. And the stuff that's related to your team, like I'm playing a Sunderland playthrough, it just doesn't amount to much. It's inconsequential. It doesn't add anything but a little bit of texture to the game. It doesn't hurt the game, but this being kind of one of the main new features that you see all the time is annoying. The second thing is the events that happen. I think one time I had like my training tactics have been leaked or something like that. It had no effect on the gameplay. Another time, I'm not too sure if this counts as a new feature, but the board blocked a transfer. And then there's constant rumblings about me getting fired, despite the fact that I've taken the Black Cats, Sunderland, playing in the championship a few seasons ago. I think I'm 5 seasons in now, but they're talking about me getting fired because I don't play a kind of aging star. So the new features, the new game enhancements don't add up to anything on a tangible gameplay level and are redundant. They were touted as being important, but they are freaking meaningless. Number 2, this is an old gripe that I have. I've had this gripe for years with the system, but it's the academy system and prospects, the way that they come in. So I don't have any to show you right now. I wish I did, but I dumped all of them when they came in because FIFA FC seems to think that I want to draft a bunch of shrimps, a bunch of 5'2" players that are 14 years old that have a high potential. But let me tell you something. I'm a junkie for this game, but I have a family and a job, unfortunately. And I don't have time to play like I used to. Before I had a kid, I could play this game 6 hours a day, no problem. In any condition, in any state of impairment, and enjoy myself. I could burn through 5 seasons, 10 seasons in a game release, no problem, if I was really dedicated to a release. But right now, like 5-6 seasons is about top. So what I'm going to say is if you are scouting 14-year-olds, they're never going to factor into your actual gameplay. So what I would say is, like, the emphasis should be on the 17 and 18-year-old kids. You should find wonder kids in the academy that come up. It makes the game exciting because players like me who want realistic gameplay, I don't want to just kind of cheat the transfer system and eventually buy frickin' Mbappe as bloody Sunderland in 10 years, in 3 seasons or whatever. It's completely ridiculous. I'd rather grow a player and sell them for big money and then bring good players in if I'm going to make things even slightly unrealistic. But I just think it's garbage, and it takes about 3 seasons to get a player into your system where they're actually going to be impactful. Like I've got in my team right now, I've got this guy Riviera. He's an Argentinian. He's at 77. I scouted him in the first season. So it's not realistic. It's not fun, and it sucks when you see a player that you've got in your system with. Let me just see here. Like I've got all this potential. Look at the damn menus are crapping out on me, but there it is. I've got a couple of players with 94% potential, and yeah, they're 17 rated at 63. They should grow a little better. Put them up to 70, and for the wonder kids or the kids with high potential, accelerate their growth like they do. I remember when Marcus Rashford came into the game, he was like a 71, and then the next season you could easily get him up to 85. Like it's ridiculous. Number 3, the transfers. As per usual, the transfers are very unrealistic, and let's just see if we can find some transfers in the game here. No, I'm not going to do that. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. you have a team like, let's say in my career mode, within 3 seasons, I could buy Mbappe. Why would Mbappe ever come to Sunderland? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why he would. He never fucking would. He would not come. And it absolutely boils my freaking bunions that within a couple of seasons you have these transfers. The second thing that happens is you have players transferring to known rivals. Like ridiculous. Like I was playing a Manchester United career mode, and Casemiro, I put him up for transfer. I kept getting transfer offers from Manchester City and even some from Barcelona, teams that he would never go to and teams that would never even consider buying him. I think I was already 2 seasons in. And why would Manchester City buy a 34-year-old Casemiro? It makes no sense. The transfers are ridiculous. I have tried to build my squad within the means of this team. Obviously, as we accelerate up the ranks there, I've kind of used that as a proportional. So like the first season, I won't buy anybody for more than 20 million. You barely have much more than that as Sunderland anyways. The second season, I cap it at 30 million. I set transfer budgets to myself that kind of reflect some semblance of reality, because otherwise it's not fun. That's how you end up with Sunderland winning the Champions League in 2 seasons and the treble in 3 seasons. It's ridiculous. And just to give you an idea of my my career mode season here, I'm on my 5th season. I think last season I won the Conference League, and it's just more fun winning and losing games. It's no fun with ridiculous transfers. It's just ridiculous. Number 4 is the stats. For years, I've complained about this. My original involvement with the EA Sports, it's in the game franchise, is that I was into NHL back in the day. And the great thing about the NHL game was when you go to their version of your squad hub and you go to the stats, you click on a player and you can see not only their current season, you can see their career, like extending back as far as they've been playing. So you can look at them season over season. There's no way you can do that in this. You can't look at you'd have to screenshot it and look at it. And I always do, but like I never go back and look at those screenshots. I've probably got dozens of screenshots on my computer of season stats that I've never freaking looked at. So tracking the stats to me would be the easiest big improvement that they could make in the game. It would be huge, I think, for players like me who are interested in the career mode experience, the more realistic gameplay. It would be massive. And it's basically amounts to like onboarding some spreadsheet, some Excel level technology. Number 5 is things that I hate about FC, and this could be FC26. This could probably, the way that they don't change this game, I could be harping about these things in 10 years, but the updates. And this year, it was the October update. And let me hearken you back to a time not too long ago. Let me take you back to mid to late October. I was living with my in-laws still. My wife, I moved to Australia. We stayed with my in-laws for a while. I bought the new FIFA, a little bit of a treat for myself. We're a stranger in a strange land, no friends. But FIFA's always there for me with a new release every year. And I bought the game. And you know what? I enjoyed the game. I was willing to look past all of these things, which I predicted would be just as crappy as they are, as per year after cock-bending year. And I bought the game. And I enjoyed it. I played on world-class mode. I'm not a pro. I played on world-class. No sliders, no modifications to the game. I think I just chose dynamic game mode. That was it. So the game kind of adjusts to what's happening in the game. It was cool. And along comes October. There's a big update, and the game is unplayable. Like I went from having the time of my sad life, my sad bald life, to having my huang twisted and bent like a pipe being fitted for some crookedly built place where you put pipes, a wet wall, right? They're trying to bend my pipe to put it in a wet wall that it doesn't want to be in. That's what happened to me in this goddamn game. It was unplayable. I couldn't get hold of the ball. My goalkeeper couldn't save the ball. I couldn't get a shot off. I had no time on the ball. It was completely gone. And it literally took me, that was late October. I basically quit the game in a rage because, as I say, I was living with my parents, my in-laws, and I was raging. I raged a little tonight. That's probably why my blood's up a little bit. That's probably why I keep talking about pipe bending wang mazes. But I was raged out. It took me a month of fiddling with sliders. I went and found like a slider sheet that ended up being crap. But it took me like a month to get the game back into a playable state. And now here we are in April, the month of my birth. Should be a celebration. They just did a little update a while ago and the gameplay's totally changed. Let me know in the comments what you hate most about this game that we actually freaking love so much. It's sad. Let me know what twists your little meat weasel into pieces, or if you don't have a meat weasel, what twists your flesh cavern into shreds. And that's what this channel is. This is my first video on the channel. Please subscribe and stay tuned for more lovely content like what you've just watched. And I'm gonna get this beer in. I don't even know if I could play again tonight. I just lost a game. Actually, you know what? It was kind of my fault. I was too sloppy in possession. But I'm actually working on driving the ball forward with my midfielders a lot more instead of doing sideways passes and trying overlaps and through balls. But let me know in the comments what annoys you about the game. Let me know if there's anything you've done to mitigate your annoyance with this game. And other than that, you take very good care of yourself, and I'll see you in a future video. Bye-bye.